or tried to into this first turn. The lights are out. Corey West with a great jump in second. Wasn't it Tyler we've already seen have to work his way from worst to first kind of this year already?
I think he's in 4th place already. Tyler got a hell of a start.
In Daytona, he came from the back of the grid in baggers, or was it in this as well?
He came from the back of the grid in the bagger race and put the thing
on top. Yeah, he
won the race.
He won from the last. That's what I'm saying. We saw him go worst to first already. Maybe that's just his style. I don't know. Don't do it tomorrow, though, right?
He likes to make it interesting for us.
Well, he's certainly making it interesting today. He's already up into 3rd place. I mean,
draft now, you know, which is going to be come into play. I think Hughes, the biggest thing for him right now is he want to see these two go back and forth,
which they're doing
each other up.
They're doing it right now. Already a change back and forth. Corey West, Andy DeBrino going back. Can he go out to in? What do you do, Roger?
Well, I mean, you just try to make the pass if you're close enough, but he's too far back.
It ain't going to happen.
Closer.
Guarding lined a little bit by Corey West. Going out to in is Andy DeBrino.
Black stripe.
All the way to the line, but it's going to be a drag race to the end, and taking the victory is Corey West.
We're at Road Atlanta. Bit of a late update. This is Sunday, and I've been here since Thursday for the rounds 2 and 3 of Super Hooligans. Friday was great. I was fastest in practice, fastest in qualifying, and Saturday morning I improved my qualifying lap time and held on to the pole position. Race 1 yesterday was a battle between me and Corey West. Corey got second at Daytona. So I led like the first 3 or 4 laps. We're battling. I was out braking him, and he's able to get by basically, you know, just before the start of the last lap and, you know, fend me off. He beat me by 1/10 of a second, so it was a close race. His Indian, it's a 1200, it's got 300 extra cc's, and I could really see the thing coming off the corner really good. I think our top speed is pretty similar, but we made a couple changes to the bike, so hopefully we'll be able to get off the corners a little bit better and be able to stay in his draft and you know, potentially be able to do a last lap draft if we find ourselves in the same type of battle we had yesterday. Bike's a bit soft. I think it'd be perfect if we didn't have about 55 pounds of lead weight on the bike. So we made a couple changes to the suspension, so hopefully I'll have a little extra support and be able to push a little bit harder in the corners to maybe open up a gap between me and those 1200s. I think it's going to be a fight with Corey and also Jeremy McWilliams, a former MotoGP racer, and he's actually a test rider for KTM that helped develop the 890 Duke. He'll be in the mix, I believe, and Tyler O'Hara, so we're looking forward to possibly a 4-way battle today. So here's the bike, looking really good. No changes since Daytona as far as like new parts or anything. Same bike, just a couple little clicker changes here and there. Again, trying to stiffen this thing up, and we're maxed out now. So nothing we can do. Maybe between rounds, between this weekend and Laguna Seca, we might be able to figure something out to get the bike a little bit stiffer. We are absolutely pushing the limit with this thing, and it's impressive to see what this bike and the Indians and everyone else is doing on them. But super fun bike, love it.
Weekend. The Super Hooligans ready to hit the track for the final time. Was that a start or was that the sighting line? Because it looked like whoever was on that near side, I wasn't looking at numbers.
Looks like Jeremy McWilliams was having some issues off the start.
Yeah, I wasn't looking at a number. I was just looking at the thought process, and it didn't look like he was ready.
This is a race, boys.
Hey, let's also talk about it, Roland. Not all the same type of bikes. We got KTMs, Indians, BMWs, Ducatis out there. There's also a race inside the race.
Couple guys out there on Harleys. We got a couple air-cool bikes, American B-Twins out there ripping. Yeah, it's a little bit different bike, but as you can see, you know, the grid up in front.
Back at Daytona, then we followed it up with a Corey West victory. Both of those guys have been in front. But you throw them, we got to force them up front trying to break away.
Yeah, you can see these guys are pulling a nice gap already. You saw the lap times this morning, kind of knew where they were at. But it looks like Tyler O'Hara might have got a little bit of extra steam in the pits today from yesterday. He blew by those guys. That Indian FTR is it's working well.
Jeremy McWilliams moves up to second as well.
Ooh, yeah, on that inside too. That's where we're going to see most of the passes, I think. Harris trying to check out. McWilliams is putting the pressure on again. There's only 2 turns left, one uphill, now the downhill, the right-hand turn. Those guys going at it, and the lap rider in between made the big difference. It looks like coming to the stripe. It's going to be the number 2 taking a look over, seeing nobody. Tyler O'Hara, the Indian, takes the victory. Jeremy McWilliams, Andy DeBrito, 1, 2, 3. Roland, why are you cheering? You're supposed to be impartial.
Podium spot.
The end, oftentimes, take it where you can get it, because lap traffic probably shouldn't have been a factor of that. And after taking a win at the first race, the second, he's going the wrong way, though. He's going from first to second to third now.
We were giving everything this 890 had, and I was able to make up some time on the brakes, but by the end, my brakes are nearly gone, and I just did everything I could to be as close as I could that last lap, and I was able to get a good drive, get my brake lever adjusted out a little further on the back straight, and get that past last lap on Corey. So to me, this is third place feels like a win today.
Third place felt like a win today. Those Indians, they have some horsepower over me, and I was struggling to keep up. I was able to make up time on the brakes and through some of the corner sections, but anywhere where there was a straightaway, they were stretching their legs on me, and we went the wrong direction on our setup today, unfortunately, and it kind of hurt me as far as the bike stability went, and the gearing was a little too short, so I was running out on the back straightaway on a limiter, so that wasn't good. But right now it's like every race we're getting faster and learning something with the bike, but at the level I'm riding at right now, pushing this bike harder than it's ever been pushed before, with an extra 60 pounds on top of what it would be, we're finding the limits. And so anyway, all the other racers, we're all developing our bikes through this, learning with each other, and so yeah, see what we can do between races to maybe find some extra horsepower and get some more suspension underneath us, so we can get that win at the finale and hopefully take this championship. So anyway, back to packing up I go. And yeah, sorry I didn't get to take a bunch of clips this week. It was so busy, just didn't have time. I was spread super thin. So we'll catch you in the next video. Make sure to like and subscribe and follow me on Instagram. It's just Andy DeBrino, and thanks for watching.